Hi there, stamping friends. Here's our make and takes for this month of January 2017. Using some fun new stuff. The first thing is the detailed Dragonfly Thinlit dies. And right now we're using this one for today's project. And then the Project Life cards and labels framelit and dies using this die right here. Awesomely artistic stamp set using this stamp. And then the Teeny Tiny Wishes. This is just an amazing set with a lot of different sayings that fit right inside that stamped image. So let's get started. To begin with, the base of the card is basic black. Cut an 8.5 by 5.5 and scored. And then I have a piece of cardstock, white cardstock, Whisper white cardstock that I ran through the Woodgrain embossing folder. We're going to set that off to the side for a minute. Just with a scrap of Whisper white cardstock, I'm going to ink up this image with the Memento black ink. And stamp that onto that cardstock. Now while that's drying for a minute, I'm going to use my Stamp-A-Majig, and I already have an image stamped on here for my next project, and I'm going to ink up the saying out of the Teeny Tiny Wishes. It says, "Thinking of you." There are so many of these that fit. There's happy birthday, thinking of you, with sympathy. So I've just stamped that onto my imaging sheet. And I'm going to center this in the center of this label that I have here. Ink this again. Set that down. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and while that's drying I'll work on this. I've cut some of this new ribbon that you can get out of the Celebration catalog, and I'm just going to take some Scotch tape this centered, or straight anyway. Then I've cut another little strip, and I'm just going to slip that under here, and we're going to make a faux knot. And trim the edges of the ribbon. Now this little dragonfly I stamped on just like an overhead plastic sheet, acetate type thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a glue dot, and up here about where I want this dragonfly, I'm just going to put a glue dot on there. Then I'm going to take the black metallic thread and just make some loops. Stick that in the middle of that glue dot. And then I made 5 loops. Well, tricky here. And I'll make one more right here. Trim that off. Then I'm going to take this Dragonfly, and I'm just going to put a glue dot or two on the back with his body. Now let me tell you, when I stamped this, and then I'm going to just put this over the other glue, the existing glue dot. When I stamped this on the acetate, it's a photopolymer set, and you're not supposed to use StazOn. So what I did was I used the archival black ink, and it stuck very well. Or stamped very well is what I mean. And I was very pleased. I walked away and just let it air dry. I didn't heat set it. There's a few little places maybe that aren't solid stamped, but I think it just kind of adds to the reality of sometimes the dragonflies, you know, their little wings they're just not perfect. Okay, then I put 3 of these small or medium pearls and 1 of the large pearls on the body. Then you can just kind of take this and pinch it up just to give it a little dimension. Okay, now back to this piece that I stamped earlier. I'm going to cut this out with my scissors. And the reason I'm doing this is because this makes this piece a little bit smaller than the piece I cut out with the die. So that will just mount in the middle of that. And I'm going to do that with Tombow glue. Try to avoid getting my fingers in the middle of it. Center this the best I can. Alright, now on the back, I'm going to take a dimensional and I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to put half of it at the top and the other half at the bottom. And this will kind of straddle that ribbon when I put it on the card. The ribbon will run right down the center of that. Put it down my hand. There, then all it's left to do is add some Tombow glue to the back of your card front. There. And there you have it. And this one you'll see when I created it, I put a pop of red behind it. You could do whatever color you wanted. You could do the silver glimmer paper. So there you are. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.